Have you ever felt like you've just hit a wall with learning Mandarin? You've put in the years, you know the words, you know the grammar, but that smooth, natural conversation just feels out of reach. Well, today, we're going to dive into a massive shift in your thinking that could be the key to breaking through that plateau for good. So, check this out. It's a classic puzzle. You've got student A, who's been at it for 5, maybe 6 years, but they're still stuck translating in their head. Then there's student B. In just 3 or 4 years, they're chatting away with native speakers. What's the deal? I can tell you right now, it's not about who studied more hours. The answer to this fluency puzzle isn't about having a better textbook or a fancier app. Nope, the secret is something much deeper. It's all about the way these students actually think. So what is this secret skill? What's the magic that lets some people just zoom past everyone else? Well, it's a mental habit. It's a specific way of processing the language that the faster students have trained their brains to use, while, the rest of us get left behind. Okay, let's name the villain in this story. For most of us, the biggest thing holding us back is what we can call the mental translation trap. It's that constant automatic habit of thinking what you want to say in your native language first and then translating it piece by piece into Chinese right before you open your mouth. The way out of this trap, and really the ultimate goal here, is to develop something called Hanyu Sui, or Chinese thinking. This is the real game changer. It's the ability to form your ideas directly in Mandarin, completely skipping your native language. It's the difference between being a translator in your own head and actually being a speaker. And this slide right here breaks it down perfectly. Let's say you see a watch. The slow path, the translation path, has 4 steps. You see it? You think watch, your brain searches for the translation, shou biao, and then you finally say it. Now look at the fast path, the Chinese thinking path. You see the object, and your brain just serves up shou biao. Boom. Direct, fast, and exactly how native speakers do it. So the problem is, that little translation habit is a total conversation killer. It's painfully slow, and the longer the sentence you're trying to build, the longer that awkward silence while your brain does all this mental gymnastics. And even worse, when you translate word for word, your sentences often come out sounding, kind of weird and unnatural. It just screams foreigner. So how do we actually do this? How do we break that old habit and start building this new Chinese thinking muscle? Well, the good news is there's actually a really clear step-by-step training plan you can follow to basically rewire your brain. Here's our roadmap. It's a 3-step process. We're going to start small. Really small, by just connecting single Chinese words to the world around you. Then we'll level up to building simple sentences. And finally, we'll dive into creating an immersive environment to put it all together. So let's get into step 1. All right, this first stage is all about one thing: cutting out the middleman. The middleman is your native language. The goal here is to forge a direct, instant connection between an object you see and its name in Chinese. And here's how you do it. It's actually kind of fun. As you walk around your house or your office, just start naming things. You see a lamp? Don't think lamp, then translate. Just think deng. You see a chair? Yizi. A really powerful trick is to grab some sticky notes and label everything. Put mun on your door, bi on your pen. It sounds simple, but pretty soon when you see that object, the Chinese word is going to be the very first thing that pops into your head. Okay, once you're comfortable with those single words, it's time to level up and start stringing them together. Step 2 is all about becoming the narrator of your own life, but in really simple, short Chinese sentences. You can do this literally anywhere, anytime. If you're walking down the street, just think to yourself, 我在走路. I am walking. Feeling hungry? 我想吃饭. I want to eat. And here's a real power move. Right before you go to sleep, just mentally run through your day in simple Chinese. I got up at 7. I ate breakfast. I went to work. It's incredible practice. And that brings us to the final step. This is where we put those new thinking skills to the test in a more active, dynamic way. You need to create an environment, a little Chinese bubble, where your brain is constantly being asked to think and respond in Mandarin. Now, if you don't have Chinese speakers all around you, that's okay. One of the best ways to do this is just by watching Chinese TV shows. But here's the trick. Don't just watch passively. Pick a character you like and pretend you are them. When another character says something to them, hit pause and think, okay, how would I respond to that in Chinese? It turns your binge watching into some serious active practice. Now listen up because this next part is absolutely crucial. As you do all this practice, you have to say the words and sentences out loud, even if you're just whispering to yourself. This is a non-negotiable. Why? Because it does two incredibly important things. First, it solidifies that Chinese thinking pathway in your brain. And second, it actually trains the muscles in your mouth to make the sounds. Pronunciation is a physical skill, and this is your workout. So as you start down this path, it is so important to have the right attitude. This is not about being perfect. This is about being consistent. It's about practice, not a performance. Seriously, you have to give yourself permission to make mistakes. Don't get hung up on perfect grammar. Don't stress about your accent right now. You want to know a secret? Even native Chinese speakers are not 100% grammatically perfect all the time. Nobody is. The goal is to communicate, not to pass a test. At the end of the day, just remember this. Language is a tool. That's all it is. And you don't master a hammer by reading the manual over and over again. You master it by picking it up and using it again and again until it feels totally natural in your hand. So I want you to start right now. To get on this path to fluency, just look around you, wherever you are. What's the first thing you're going to name in Chinese? Start small, start now, and begin training your brain to truly think in Chinese.